Hello, I'm Ericka Sallee, speaker, self-help author, transformation success coach, and owner of True Synergy. As a result of my personal coaching programs, I help women to remove the limits that keep them from achieving their best version. And I help organizations to place just as much value in their employees as they do the bottom line so that they can create healthy, diverse, dynamic, and productive teams. Now, if this is the first time that you're here, I want to say welcome. Do me a favor, subscribe to this channel, share this out, and then go ahead and click the little bell to turn on the notifications so that you'll be the first to know when new content is uploaded to my channel. So the topic for today is simply this: stop asking for permission. Let me say that again. Stop asking for permission. Have you ever decided that you wanted to do something? Maybe there was a goal that you wanted to achieve or something that you wanted to accomplish for yourself. And you were a little reluctant because perhaps you shared that with a friend or family member. And the response that you got back may have been something like this: "Oh, well, I don't think you should do that," or "that doesn't really make sense," or "why would you do that?" And when you hear that, you say to yourself, "Oh, they didn't give me the stamp of approval, so I'm not going to move forward." Can I just tell you that that is one of the barriers that could keep you stuck in your tracks? And I know how it is when we want people to be excited about what we're up to or what we want to do. And when we don't get that stamp of approval, then we look at that as a way to step back or a way to shrink back into our own box because we haven't gotten someone's approval or letting us know that it's okay. So I want to read you something that I wrote in my book, Pathway to Purpose. Because oftentimes we make two decisions, right? We might say to ourselves, okay, well, if this person didn't tell me that it's okay or they didn't buy into what I was up to, then there's really no reason for me to move forward. But can I tell you that if you are waiting for someone to tell you that it's okay, if you're waiting for them to buy into your dream, to your goal, to your idea 100%, that is the very thing that could potentially sabotage you from stepping out there to offer something to the world. So let me read you this. So this comes from chapter 9, actually the last chapter in the book, that's called Keep Pushing. And there's a statement that I make that says, "But know this, there will be people whom you know and love who won't support you, that won't celebrate you or understand why you're doing the things you're doing." And so then the question becomes, what will you do? Will you continue to look for that approval? Will you continue to deny yourself something that you really are passionate about, or something that you've been thinking about, something that is deep within your heart and in your mind, and you say, "Oh my gosh, I really want to do this"? And here's what I would say is that if you are waiting for all of the cheerleaders to be in your corner, let me say this to you on this day, and this is why I want you to stop asking people for permission. The biggest cheerleader that you have is not the people on the outside, but it's really the person that you see when you look in the mirror. And so I want to share a few things with you. I really want you to let today, this day, be the very last day that you look outward for someone to say yes, for someone to say go ahead, for someone to say go for it. Let this be the last day. And so here are two approaches. If you say to yourself, "Well, you know what, I really, really, really want to do this. I've been thinking about this for such a long time," and you can keep that to yourself. And you can look yourself in the mirror and say, "Why do I want to do this? What is my why? What is my reason?" And maybe you say, oh my gosh, I really want to do this because I feel like this is the gift that I have. Or I really want to do this because I feel like this will help me to create the healthiest version of myself. Or I really want to do this because I feel like there's something that people can get and maybe they can be helped by what I have to offer. See, if you look yourself in the mirror and you remind yourself of that why, then you really don't need permission from anyone else to validate your why. So that's the first thing. You can keep it to yourself and you can be the cheerleader who gives yourself permission. The second approach is maybe you do have a group of people that you share your desire, your dream, your goal with. And when you do that, I want you to remember this, to be prepared for the fact that you may have some who will cheer for you, yes, and that's a good thing. So those are the people that you want to keep in your corner. And then you may have some who will say to you, that's not a good idea, with no valid reason. See, I know there's input and there's insight that we want to get from other people, and we should do that. But sometimes people just say no because of their own fears or misunderstandings about something that you're trying to do that they have no concept of for themselves or even have dreamed of. And so if you have people who are sharing information with you to consider as part of your own processing around what it is you're trying to accomplish, that's a good thing. But there are some who are sabotaging or will be naysayers, either consciously or unconsciously. And so if they're saying, nah, don't do that, oh, that'll never work, then that's their way of not giving you permission. And you can either own that, own their fear, own their doubt, and not continue to move forward, or you can say to yourself, but you know what? If I look myself in the mirror and I know my why, then I'm going to continue on because I do not need anyone else's permission, especially if my goal is to create, yes, the best version of myself. So let this day, today, be the last day. Let me say it again. Let this day be the last day that you look for someone to give you the approval that you need, you want, you desire in order to move forward. The more we wait for someone else to say, go ahead, girl, go ahead, my man, do it. The more we wait for that, the longer it may take for us to really own the essence of who we were created to be. And that's why I want you to make that declaration for yourself today. So listen, I look forward to sharing so many more. See, these barriers are the things that will stop us dead in our tracks. And so I want you to stay tuned for a series that will be coming up called What's in Your Way. I'm going to be sharing that very, very soon, so you do not want to miss out on that. And let me remind you that transformation begins when we break the barriers to find our true synergy, the essence of who we were created to be. So I look forward to seeing you all again real soon. Until I do, take care and be well. Mwah.